Morning. I'm just going to carry on doing this. I am still in bed and I just thought I'm going to do a bit of art while I'm in bed doing my picture that I was showing the other day. So I'm just going to colour in for a few minutes and see if some other people come in. Hi to Dawip Lady. I can't even remember what I put on the title. I'm just looking through my astrology book today. As most people know, it's Sunday, which associates with identity and life purpose. Well, one of my life purposes there, bringing my creative side to people, which I do in lots of creative ways that I do, that I've talked about before and will continue to talk about. Also, it's to do with, so let me get it, let's have a look. Associate with Sunday, which is a beautiful day, is, hi Colin, is purpose, vitality, creative power. Well, the magic's right here. Heart of our being, inner authority, shining your light like the sun does, self-development, which I've been talking about, central goals, pride and self-confidence. So on a Sunday, these are the sort of things you should be sort of like looking into and having, bringing that, what is your life's purpose? And the colours are gold, orange and yellow, obviously, with the sun. And it says, in our material world, the sky provides illumination and warmth, regulating the days with its rising and setting, and our years with the cycle of the seasons. The sun is our source of life, of course it is, and energy around which everything revolves, which of course it does. So it's nice to think about what your life's, maybe your life's goals are and so on and so forth. But let me tuck myself in because I'm still in bed. But yeah, I just thought I'd come with a bit of a, I don't know, I'm just going to colour. It might be relaxing to some people, I don't know. But I also pulled some tarot cards, which I'm going to read out at some point. But I just thought, well, I'm just getting a little bit of this done. I just thought I'd come on for a chat because see if any people are around as well. Hi, Renee. So, let me get a drink. I see a lot of magic in art. I do believe it's magic because it comes from the imagination. And we bring it into manifest by bringing art alive in so many different ways. It's not just me. Loads of artistic people in so many different ways. Not just art as in painting, drawing. You've got music, poetry, dance, lots and lots of different things. And it's just beautiful. And I believe, obviously, it comes through us from the divine source and comes through us to manifest on this physical plane. And you can tell a lot about people's artwork and where they're at and, what may be going on within them, And she's got green hair, this lady, because obviously she's a bit witchy, which just means wise and of the earth and working with nature. So I thought I'd give her green hair because a lot of my drawings are quite whimsical, more fantasy style, sort of whimsical, because I don't do reality as in the reality we've been told, because we all know that's not actually correct in so many ways, so many layers. Yeah, so I thought I'd do her with green hair, which I think looks quite nice. I did do one of the ladies down here with red hair. They'll all have different hair and different skin tones because, we're all different. But we all bleed red at the end of the day, so we are all connected. Yeah. So how are you all in chat this morning? Because I'm feeling very, say it's Sunday today, it's not very sunny outside yet, but, you have the sun, the central sun. The sun's within you, you are the sun. You are the central sun, let's just say. You have your central power point within you, and you've got to shine that every day. The sun rises every day, therefore you can shine your light every day. That's what's just coming in right now. And this did have the words North Star, Moral Compass. This is a story in itself, actually, that goes into last year, which sort of, you know, when you start joining your own dots together and your own path of like what resonates for you and what makes sense from, like I said, future proofs past in your life, it's like, oh my God, it's all connecting up. And how did that connect and how did that come in? But don't really need to know how, because you don't, it just connects. You see it, it's hard to explain to other people, it doesn't matter what they think. Getting tingles in my fingers, there's a validation within me. It just does. You don't need to know the facts and how it works and the ins and outs of how everything works. That's very, to me, you know, that brain, you know, the reptilian brain that needs to know everything. It's like, no, no, no. Don't need to work stuff out like that. That's why it makes me laugh when people try and work me out, want to know the ins and outs of everything. It's like, you don't need to. It's just like source, you don't need to know the ins and outs of how it works. It just does. And you can never express it properly. We try to with metaphors and, you know, all them sorts of different things too. And especially with symbols and drawings, because people get symbols and drawings more like way back in the past. Symbols were used because, you know, way back, we probably weren't illiterate properly, or a lot of people weren't, but they'd understand a symbol. So that's how you'd express something. Symbols have got skewed as well, or some people probably would look at it different. But for example, if you draw a tree, most people know it's a tree. They understand it's a tree because they've seen something outside there in nature that looks like a tree. And you're like, that's a tree. Even if you didn't, even if you're not saying that word, you know what it is because you can see it. So feel at peace. Feel at peace. And notice that energies are more mellow at the moment. Yeah, they are, Colin. I've noticed that as well. Especially within the people that are, you know, I would say doing the work and trying to find their spark of divinity, or in their spark of divinity, and realizing, you know, this is about you and your path and how you go about it and how you learn with your self-development of how to calm yourself and calm your chemicals down in your body with all the energies that are going around. Even I'm learning that more and more each year. So, you know, it's like I said, it's a path we take. It's forever going. Hi, Zal. It's forever going. We'll be forever learning. We're not going to get to a point when we go, oh my God, I know everything and I've learned everything. It's like, no, we don't. You keep spiraling and spiraling and spiraling and spiraling and spiraling. And that spiral never ends. And that's funny because it's in one of the cards that has come up as well. But yeah. How's Zal today? I can't think where you're from, Zal. Was it Australia or New Zealand or somewhere? And this is a very relaxing thing to do if you do art. Drawing or colouring, adult colouring. And before anyone says, I know, everyone's going, I've said before, you need to get an art book out or a colouring book. I'm like, I know. All in due time if that's the thing I'm supposed to do, but I do many other things as well. I have got something new coming out as well on my creative side over on where I do other things on my Insta. Yeah, Australia, thought so. Thought so. So I don't know what you're thinking about this lady in a green hair, but I think she's very earthy. Earthy. I'm only doing it rough anyway. Colouring it in. But and she has got the, I don't know whether it's the sun yet or the moon. It'll probably be the moon behind her because both energies of the sun and the moon are equal, because we have the masculine and the feminine. The moon is known as the feminine, the sun is known as the masculine, let's say. We have that, you know, we have the light in the sky in the day and we have the light in the sky at night. So none of it's apart from us, and we have that within us as well. But we're just learning to accept certain things about ourselves, and then it's easier to move forward in your life when you're actually accepting things. from your shadow side, which is a part of everybody as well. Like I said the other day, and that's fine. It's like the aspects of the planets on each day and other planets that come in at certain times and certain cycles. Astrology is massive, and it is a lot to do with us as well. We're connected to Earth and we're connected to the cosmos. And if people think that's a joke, it's like, well, if you see Earth as a planet or a realm, it doesn't matter. I'm not into that whole, is it a globe, is it a thing, been there, done that. I say realm anyway, realm of consciousness as well. If you see it as a perspective of that or the other, both are right, whatever. Magenta Pixies said that before, and I can see the truth in both sides, but I just like to say realm because that is just me. But I forgot what I was talking about now. What was I saying about realms? What was I saying about realms? Oh yeah, so if you've got the realm, let's say planet, and we're on Earth as a planet or a plane, I say plane, but I'm saying planet, so if anyone comes in after getting triggered about what shape it is, it's not about that. So you've got a planet, Gaia, Mother Earth, Pachamama, whatever you want to call it, very many different names in all different cultures, same thing. So anyway, you've got the planet. She's a star in herself. Oh, she's turning into a star because she's becoming rebirthed, do you know what I mean? With everybody else on it. Now, if she's a planet, she's a realm, there's other realms out there, other planets, and we're connected to them and their energies. So therefore, we're connected to Earth as a planet, and we're connected to the others, the energies and things that come in. So we are connected as above, so below. That's how I see it personally, anyway. Crafting is therapeutic. Yes, it is. My missus paints and crafts. I play the music. Exactly. So you're both doing it. Hi, Emoji King. Hi, David Caff. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday as well. Lydia, it's... Can't see. Why am I looking on here when I've got my phone next to me so I can see what everybody's saying? Right, let me just go to my YouTube channel. Purposely put my phone in so I could... Just not professional, am I? Not that it's about that. Have a look. What time is it? Yeah, I'm just having a bit of a chill before I get up. Finn's watching TV, so I just thought we'll get a bit of this done before I get up. So what we're all saying. It's 3:40 here. Haven't slept. Welcome to insomnia. I'll get there eventually, but no wonder I stumbled here like always. Oh, hi Lydia. Well, I had that a few weeks ago. It was awful. And what I've been doing is I use a certain oil, and I've got my own oils coming out on Instagram this week coming. But I put the intention of, what I've been doing lately is putting the intention of having a deep sleep and remembering and asking to remember dreams. That's why I've got loads of notebooks, excuse the mess, down here on my little shelving area. So if I do, I can grab a pen and write my dreams down, but putting the intention out of having a deep sleep and remembering my dreams, and actually it's been working. So, and one of the best things to do is as well is try not to go to bed an hour before on your phone or watching things on YouTube on technical, gadgets. That's why I got this bookshelf up here to put all my books on that I'm trying to get through, even if it's half an hour or an hour before bed, or even 10 minutes, just to you need to wind your mind down. So yeah, so that's a good idea. Try and clear your mind from things, because that keeps you awake as well. I mean, I get kept awake by a lot of crafty ideas, a lot of things go around in my head constantly about arting and stuff like that. But she's looking very cute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try one of these ladies. Let's do a lady over here. So I just thought this might be a little bit relaxing in the morning for people on a Sunday, because Sundays are for relaxing. So got my pencil crayons. Let's do this lady. And I'm just roughly doing it. That's true, the light emitted from our devices only. Yeah, it does, and a lot of street lamps do. I mean, a lot of us know this street lamps, and I must admit, I haven't got curtains in my bedroom. I've already got blinds, and it does mess a lot with, as we know, street lights messes with the I can't remember what's it called in your pineal gland and all that. That helps you sleep, but I think this is why, obviously, those that have been in control for a very long time have messed a lot with lighting outside and certain stuff and admitting lighting, so you know we don't sleep properly. Personally, that's what I think. You find some colours in my big pencil case. What? So I need a bit of a. Got my pencil sharpener in a little tub. So let's get a bit of a lovely lady of colour in here, I think. Let's get a lady in of a darker hue, the beautiful darker hue ladies, because we're all human beings of different hues of light, dark and light, and we are all beautiful. So I hope you don't mind me just, you know, turquoise girl. That's true, the light, yeah. Oh yeah, I like that bit of it there. So I'll just quietly just do this a minute. I don't know if you can see. A bit of a different angle in bed sort of thing going on, you know. Not a professional there with a camera or anything and trying to, I don't know, I would get it over an angle in bed anyway, but doing what I can with what I've got. At the moment looking into native Indian hollow horn bear for some reason. Oh, I've got a bear there. Looks a bit like a pig at the minute, but it is. Oh yeah, anything native. Ah. You have to let me know about that one, Colin. Let's give her a bit of pinky cheeks, pinky cheeks. But yeah, as I just put in the title, I do believe, you know, art in any form, music, like I said, it's not just about drawing and stuff and painting and stuff, but obviously that's because what I do. It's magic. It's brought down, it's brought into manifest, you know, people making songs, making music, it's brought into this physical realm through us, and it's magical and it can manifest. Just as you can manifest with words, I do believe actually in artwork you can actually manifest as well. Personally, I've had experiences with that, so you know that's one of my beliefs anyway. There was an actual guy, I think he was on one of the TED Talks things, and I know what TED Talks is, but it doesn't mean that all the people on there are nefarious or anything like that. They do twist things on there, but something about he used to do a comic book or something, and he used to draw himself in it, and it sort of, that's how he manifested. Could call that witchcraft as well, but if you know what manifestation is in so many different forms, people would understand more what they're doing. Got married to native vows. The words spoke to me when choosing of the earth. Oh, if I ever got married, I'd probably have is it called a civil marriage? And I'd probably have a hand fasting or something like that, personally. And it'd be in nature or something like that. Really, would be lovely. Because you don't need to spend loads of money on weddings. Today a lot of people do it. I mean, yeah, if you've got it, but a lot of people do it. I don't mean everybody. You can still have money and have a lavish wedding if that's what you choose, but a lot of youngies today just do it because the celebrities do it and they need to be seen, and it's all about look what I've got and look what dress I got, and then, a year later down the line they're getting divorced because it's all for show. Well, like I said, it's all right if you've got it and it's done, but a lot do that these days. I don't mean everybody, and I'm not saying marriage is wrong in any form of how anyone does it, through a church or whatever sits with you, but there is a lot of that goes about, obviously, and we know that. Yeah. Who's Sam? Do you practice witchcraft and black magic? I wouldn't say black magic. No, it's just I would call it white magic, and it's more intentions for myself and others of learning to be your best self and learning what you can bring into you that helps you live a peaceful, more joyful life. But there is black magic or dark magic. It's not really something I've looked into. I did come across someone the other day who is into that, and they were a really lovely person, actually, and I don't actually think it means what a lot of people think it means. I mean, yes, I believe there's dark magic in the satanical magic that or I can't even say that, stuff on that side where we know there's been some really nefarious things going on, but also I do believe some people who practice, I'm assuming what they say black magic is, it's more of the shadow side and more of looking at that sort of stuff, and I guess not being in favour of it, but looking at sort of other shadow side of. I watched a woman the other day who said she's into certain stuff, and I was a bit like, right, I'm intrigued, and I'm going to carry on watching a bit because I want to know what it's about. But how can I say, she does help people to I guess put boundaries up, because people's energies are what affects us as well. But in witchcraft, I read out the other day, I could read it out again if the book's about. Where's the book? I'm trying to see. Some people don't have boundaries with witchcraft and some do. So there's people that do hex and there's people that don't. I don't do that because I see it more as a spiritual. I'm not saying that isn't, but I see it more as a spiritual path, and it just means bringing in for yourself. I don't do curses and stuff like that because I actually do believe in the threefold law, which is what you put out, you get back. Spiritual and physically, if it needed and necessarily, and I send an angel to project curses to against yourself, to curses you countlessly of each one curse you projects to against others. I don't get what you're saying there. Curse, you shall be relate curses to against you, and each one curse will be. Yeah, I see what you're saying. If you practice blood, yeah, but I don't do that. So because I believe in the law of the universe and all that sort of stuff, is what you put out, you get back. So if you're going to put negative out, that's how I see it anyway. Negativity out, you're going to get negativity back. If you're going to put love out and helping people and service to others, it's also helping yourself. You're going to get that back. But saying that, I don't believe in hexes, but I do believe in protecting your own aura and putting out a protection bubble for your own aura. So that means anything negative coming towards you anyway is going to ricochet off. That's how I see it. So you don't need to put hexes out as far as I'm concerned, but that's how I see it. Each to their own, but that's how I see it. But I've always believed in that sort of, what you put out is what you bring in. You have a lot of people that wonder why their lives are not going right and wonder why certain things are happening. They're getting knocked on the head all the time to say, hey, you're not really putting something good out, you are just repeating, and you're wondering why this is happening. You have asked the universe for more of this because you keep putting it out there. So the universe just gives you back of what you do. So if you're putting negativity out all the time, you're going to get it back in so many different shapes and forms. It works in so many different ways. So personally, to me, that's how it works. Magic is energy, and it's what you admit out, you receive back. Just like I admit out to people in chat, and you come in and admit back to me a great energy because of what I'm putting out. That's how I personally see it, you know. Um, you know. But yeah, the lady I was watching the other day on what she does, I'm going to carry on watching because I'm intrigued, and you should be questioning things and looking at things from a different perspective of how other people see certain things. It doesn't mean you have to resonate and go with that, but it is nice to, like I said, the chats I'm going to be doing soon, I'm hoping people do listen even if they're not of that persuasion, because sometimes you do actually learn something that may be similar to your beliefs, even though maybe it's not talked about in your beliefs, but you sort of see it as a similar thing, just maybe worded different. A lot of things are put out there today to put people in fear so they don't actually go looking at certain stuff. But yeah, just like I was saying about shadow work, your shadow work does need doing, and you need to accept and make friends with your shadow, because reality is duality and there's polarity, and you know, it's how it is. It's just learning about all that and realising we have all this within us, and it's not bad. Yeah, I don't actually believe in the S word that you've put in there, because I don't believe it as a thing. I just believe it as people's thoughts and things that they bring into themselves. So personally, I don't believe in Satan, to tell the truth. We have a lot of Saturn energy that's to do with authority and stuff like that. It's not saying that Saturn's bad. It's just it has been ruling for quite a long time of that sort of energy of authority and all that sort of stuff that's gone around with it, which I'll just find now actually. And that was yesterday, Saturday, Saturn. So, let me see. What, are you just coming in trolling, telling me that I'm a black witch? What's a black witch? What's your perception of a black witch? Don't believe in Satan, so, you know, you always get one in, don't we? Right, Saturn. So Saturn is to do with concentration, structure and order, patience, discipline, authority, limits, not limitless, serious, formal, tradition, rules, hard work, mature responsibility and dignity. But there's a lot of things in Saturn that's been ruling a lot, and that is moving anyway. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, you always get them in. We always get them in. You know, once you start talking about stuff like this, thank you, mods. It is, I'm used to it. I used to get it before. When I used to talk about these subjects before, a few years ago, you'd either get highly, highly religious people in, or just people who just shouted out things. There again, people again telling me what I am, and it's like, okay, if that makes you happy, yes, yes, use your wrenches, exactly. And I think, but no, that's their path, isn't it? That's what they believe, but that's that negativity again, telling people what they are and stuff like that. But yeah, and you can tell because they're always shouting. They had to put so many messages there then. But, you know, I hope they, you know, whatever path they're on, I hope it brings them happiness. If it does, fair enough. If it doesn't, maybe they need to find something new to look at maybe in their life. But yeah, but this is what I say about, you know, people today. They're not happy unless they're slamming somebody. They're not happy unless they're slamming people about their beliefs and stuff like that. If that's what that person thinks, that's what that person thinks. You can't change people's minds all the time. You know. And that's okay. It's not going to affect me in my life by any shape or form. They ask a question, you explain it, and they don't hear it. And that's what's up with people today as well. They asked a question about the dark and light of what they asked. You give them the answer, and then they tell you what you are, even though you've said it. Because people don't listen. People choose to listen to what they want to listen to, as far as I'm concerned. I see a lot of that going about, and I see a lot of it, been going around for a very long time, obviously. Right, so this lady, I don't know what colour hair to do. Hi, Indigo Rays. Yeah. Moderators, whenever you get anyone who's shouting out like that, just get rid of them. And when they come back in, because as we all know, they're just lower vibrating people who, get up in the morning, see somebody talking about something. Instead of maybe going to where they would fit in their own place of maybe what they want to like and watch, they just have to go and do the troll thing. It's a bit like, I would never go over to, I don't even know what to say, like a sort of religious channel or something that I'm not really into, and each their own, and just go and sit there in the chat telling people what they are and what they aren't and shouting out about it. I just wouldn't watch it because it's not for me, and there's always going to be people out there that are not for you or are part of whatever, and they're just not for you. I think I'm going to do it with purple hair. So I'm just going to sort of quickly go over it just with a base colour of purple. These ladies may have all different colour hair. But yeah, you can't help people who are in certain places on the path to understand anything. You can only talk and share, and if people don't see that, that's okay. Go elsewhere. I don't sit in anybody else's videos that I don't like sitting there, doing that. I'd rather go and watch something that's creative, inspiring, and bringing some good energy to start your day, but with the chats that I'll be coming with soon, you will get people who get triggered because it's not their perception and it's not their belief, and because it's not their way, then obviously they get offended, or like I said last night, people shouldn't get offended by something. It's not offending that person. You just feel offended because somebody isn't doing something the way you see it. That doesn't mean it's right or wrong. But yeah, what you're saying in chat anyway. So something screams purple to me. Yeah. Let's get in our crown chakras, people. Let's be enlightened to oneself. But that's why I said I'd just come on this morning randomly, just doing a little bit of drawing before I get up. Story time with Dolly in the pictures. And this is representing women, the magic of women, the variety of women, because all these women will be different, hues and all sorts. The rainbow, as we all are. And celebrating the divine feminine and the strength in women. And I'm going to show you the cards that popped out in a minute. Card reading. I need to all we need is yellow. Well, where's the cards? Right, here's the cards. Right, this morning I thought I'd come and share this with you if you can see. So I got the I got this, where is it? This lovely cute deck was for my birthday, and it's the Crystal Unicorn Tarot. And I just thought it was really cute for like good, zingy, childlike energy. This is why I got this childlike energy. And I see the unicorn as magic energy. So believing unicorns to me is believing in the magical energy of a unicorn. And where the High Warlock, where the horn is, if you think about it, that's your third eye. So that's what I got this one for. And today we got, and I'll tell you the story in this, the King of Pentacles. So if you see the lovely little picture there, and I do this intuitively, remember, the Ten of Wands, strength, oh yes, and we've got the Eight of Wands. So the story goes, I remember this was a bit of my reading, but it will probably represent with a lot of you as well, because it is in the collective anyway, is when you've got the Pentacles, which is to do with earthly, it can do with coin as well, money, abundance in, you know, bringing in, and abundance is shown. So what you're, you could say planting is growing. See all these little grapevines is growing into fruit. I always say fruitation is growing, because you are the king and queen of what you're sowing, you know, no one else. So it's what you're putting out, as I said before, is coming in, and it's normally to do with months before, 6 months before, like cycles, or 12 months before, like maybe last year, what you were bringing in, what you were putting out is coming in now. That's why you've got to be so careful about what you're putting out. And then we go into this little unicorn is tying up these 10 of wands. They've all got crystals on as well, because it's all tying together what you've been putting out, because wands are to do with fire and your passions, and you know, what you want. I see it's what you want to bring in personally at the minute, with the passions of what I'm trying to bring in, is you're tying it up. It's all starting to come together. Your magicness of what you've been manifesting, because these are wands as well, it's starting to come together. You are honing what you've been putting out there in your passions together, you know, pulling it all together, and it's all beginning to make sense. And then you have the strength. I also see this card as feminine and masculine. You got the infinity, which is a bit like feminine and masculine as well, and you're starting to master the left and the right side of your brain as well. You know, you got more the mystic and more the facts, but together in one, because the masculine and feminine energy isn't separate. But you have the strength. So when you're bringing the strength in and you're staying strong with, you know, what you've been putting out and bringing in, then the last card was the Eight of Pentacles. It's this again of what you're building, what you're making and putting together is coming in, because coins, again, especially on this picture, is earthly, is physical of what you're bringing in these cards as well. You've got the minor and major, but what you're bringing into the earthly realm is what you're working on. If you can focus on that, you're going to bring in abundance in all different ways. Dolly Daydream, do you worship angels? Have we got another one incoming under another name? Worship. I don't worship anything apart from myself. But you see how they all come in? They all come in. Go and watch my videos and figure it out. And then, out of the, what was this one? Oh, must be on phone, mustn't I, today at this time in the morning? Which is wisdom oracle. We got imagination. Again, imagination, passion. I've just been talking about that. These cards came out after them cards. We've got the Watchtower of the South, summer, and then manifestation. And just as I was saying with the other cards, what you imagine, imagination is very potent. It's magic, imagination. It's like my artwork. What you can imagine, you can bring in, you can manifest with the passions behind it, with the emotion and the passion behind it, you manifest. I see the Watchtower of the South, summer. I just see that as bringing in a lot of abundance and joy. And when you put the joy and the happiness with the passion, like I said, emotions behind imagination, bringing it in, you know, seeing it, visualizing it, you manifest. You manifest. And that's how you manifest. So I just thought I'd bring those cards in for you today. And thank you, moderators. We do get them. Like I said before, you get people so triggered by other people doing their own thing. Like I said, you shouldn't be bothered. If you're doing your thing and it works for you, do it. Don't worry about what other people are doing. But each to their own path. trying to divide over what people believe in. Can't be happy in their own happiness of what they believe in. The Doom Brigade in full force. Oh yes. So that was today's. And here I am with no makeup on. But it is morning. Yeah, so I'm just going to carry on with this for another, 10 minutes, and then I'm going to get dressed and see what today brings. And my hair really needs doing. It's like, oh my God, so attaching. And also, this that I've got in my hair is funny because it's got stars on it. And I had this ages ago and I found it in one of my bags with a load of hair stuff in. It's actually got on the moon phases, look. And it's actually got the moral compass on. North Star. The moon. And I thought, oh yeah, I forgot I had that. Oh, he's back in again. Deary me. Deary me. What have I said today? Do you know what I mean? You get these people, it's like, what have I said today? What have I said today? I mean, we're talking about drawings, people. We're talking about artwork. We're talking about manifestations. We're talking about positivity and how you put positive stuff out. You get positive things back in. And still, you get the Doom Brigade in. Getting triggered by, I don't know. Deary me. Yeah, exactly, Zal. You get them everywhere. And like I said, especially when you start talking about certain paths that you're on, in certain beliefs, they come in everywhere. And it's like, you know, you get a lot of people talking about love and light and all this. Don't know if that's one of them. And they'll talk about that. But as soon as they see people not doing something the way they do it, there's no unity in it. There's no love in it. There's no compassion. It's not like, oh, I don't really resonate with what you're saying, but I like listening, or I like your drawings and I like how you are or what you're trying to put out. You don't have to resonate, but they do that. I see a lot of this going about now as well. But like I said, each to their own. That's how people are. If they want to get triggered by little old me, do so. That is fine. Nothing new. It always happens. Yeah, I get enough doom from the news. Exactly, Lydia. And this is one of the biggest things I've been putting out about. When you hang on a minute. When you sorry, I'm still in bed. When you this is what I'm saying about people at the minute. If you're not putting something creative that can lift people up in these times, I just think, well, what are you doing? Because just like who was it? Just like, was it Lydia? I can't even see now. Yeah, Linda. We get enough of all that off the news and the newspapers and people who are stuck in lower realms all the time. We don't need it. We don't need it, and we don't wish to reside in that sort of energy. So you're not going to get that off me. Like I say, this is when people get all, ooh, chucking people out of chat. Yeah, when people are coming in to purposely disrupt people's channels, it's not just mine, it happens everywhere, you will be chucked out. Because there's a boundary setting thing. And when people do that, when they're shouting out like that and they keep coming back, they're doing it on purpose to try and agitate people. They're not going to agitate me because, like I said, you will just get chucked out, because that's just showing what energy you reside in. And the big divide that goes on. If you don't like what I'm saying, you don't have to watch. It's as easy as that. I mean, go and tune into a different channel. So, but we all know this, you know, but it has to be said now and again. It's just freakle people freaking out everywhere. Freakles. I like my treacles in chat. We're not into freakles who just freak out every time they see someone doing something that they don't like and they're not into. I'm in one of them moods today. I'm in a creative mood today. Very creative. Yes. You get me a bit of a sassy side coming out, but I've got my oil as well I'm going to put on. Ooh. I love this oil at the minute, and that's going up next week on Instagram if you want to check me out on there. You can check me out on there on um, so sorry I'm not ready this morning, but I'm sorry, not sorry, it's just life. On my Instagram page, where it is Little Shop of Goddessry, because I just think that's a better name. It's not too, you know, especially for women. You'll see a lot of my artwork over there, or a lot of things that I'm doing and putting out. Staying consistent with what I do. It's all about consistencies, darlings. So I'm in one of the moods today. I'm getting energy off you guys of like, yes, we are the light, we shine far brighter than the dark, we will always win. Exactly. And I think that's why like I said, there's a lot of there's a lot of attachments going on with people, and if they can't move from that sort of shit that's been going on, it's like we're moving away from that sort of shit. You know, this is why the chats that I'm going to be doing next week are going to be bringing me more into, like who was saying yesterday, I think it was Effie, more into my divineness of not really getting triggered anymore. No, we do now and again, but not sitting in it like I would have sat in it years ago, because there's just absolutely no point. No one can ever take away my happiness or your happiness, because no one can take away anybody's state of consciousness. They can ground people down. You know, not being funny, back in the day, they could have put people in concentration camps, but at the end of the day, you're still never going to take anyone's consciousness of what they believe, or that consciousness of how they imagine things and use their imagination to play. You could sit with nothing and still have something of playing with your imagination and going within yourself. If you get what I'm saying, you can't take it away. Well, they try. You know, there's people without souls, and literally there's people without souls, but you can't take someone's consciousness away. Hi, Effie, you can't do that. You can tell somebody what they are or aren't, and you can try to pull people down, and you can do this and you can do that, but you can never take it away. And that's the power within me, and that's the power within you in chat, is they can never take it away. Even if you're in a household where there's certain beliefs or movements or something that you believe in, it doesn't really matter. Or even maybe you're in a religious family and you're not, like, for example, you've been brought up that way, but it's not how you feel, and you feel more like maybe pagan or something like that, but it's not seen to do within your family. Maybe while you're in that family, you sort of have to, I don't mean agree, but sort of go along with things, especially if you're younger. But once you leave, you can do what you want. But also in your mind space, even while you're there in them situations, they could be talking, thinking you're listening. And remember what I said, you're just sat there thinking, but in your head you're saying, that isn't me. I do not consent. That's you. That isn't me. And that's not what I think, really. But sometimes you keep it a bit sweet. Some people don't, and that's where big rifts come in families and certain things with what goes on with certain things. But you are not your family. Your family, you know, we all do it. I've done it in the past with my eldest. You try and project on them what you want them to do. And that's why I don't do it with Finn now. You know, his dad was saying, "Oh, he shouldn't be an artist," because he keeps saying he wants to be an artist. He's 6 years old, for God's sake. You know what I mean? And what's wrong with that? Project on them how you think they should do and what's best for them, because you try to do what's best for them, but only they really know what's best for them. And that's why some families sometimes don't agree when people go off and do something and it's completely different to maybe the way they were brought up, or what religion or whatever they were brought up in, and they go off and break away. But I just say, as long as it's making you happy, you're not hurting anyone, you know, literally not killing it or anything like that, and it's making you a better person of your self-development, there's nothing wrong with it. That's some powerful inner standing. Thank you, Dolly. Thank you, Effie. It's just how I see things. So they'll never take away your consciousness. You know, we know why this is why they try and dumb down on massive levels, as in what's going on over there with, you know, the dark that got in everywhere. But it is breaking down. But they can't take it. That's why they tried to put films out of I don't know what that film was now. where they put the thing in the back and it was people's consciousness. I mean, I do think they do stuff, obviously. The sleeve, it was called, with certain souls that we see out there. I mean, high up souls that are soulless, you know, full of parasites and God knows what. But yeah. Yeah, there is many. I think there's many being controlled by themselves all around the world presently. It is happening, so I'm seeing it everywhere. It's I'm seeing a lot of beautiful people, but I'm also seeing people that are still in that, yeah, in that eesh, sticky mud, slimeness. Uh, and every time they try and crawl out, they get sucked back in because the slime's too slimy and slippy, and they try. You know, it's a bit like maybe stick some salt on it and make it a bit drier and get out. I don't know why that just came out, but yeah, and when those sort of people realise, you know, this energy gets stronger, but I just think there's going to be a lot that the energy's still changing anyway, whether then people come to themselves or wake up to themselves anyway. They're just going to be the minority, basically. There's a majority that's going on now that's massive, and it's not going to matter when, you know, more and more things come out and people realise, because the people who are going to be lower dwelling are going to be the minority, and they're going to be sort of outweighed by the light, if you want to say, in that sense, where hopefully in the end for them they will come over to the light and realise, and it's going to be better for them in a sense. But basically, it's not about other people, it's about you and you doing your work and you bringing your light in, and that's how you make sure that you're going there with that sort of abundance in all factors coming in. Because if you're too worried about other people, you know, we're empathic and we feel for others, but at the end of the day, it's not our job to do someone else's job, it's theirs. So that's up to them. And like I said, there's a lot of people out there who want something for nothing and they want people to tell them everything. And to me, that's not what it's about. You have to go on a journey and you have to learn things. And if I had to go on the way, I would never change my path of what I found out and how I found out. It doesn't really matter. That was for me because that's how I learned. Best for me. So yeah, no earrings today and quite natural. No earrings, just my necklace, no makeup because I'm still in bed from getting up. I was just having a brew and I was drawing. That's why I came on, because I was doing this. So back down to there. This is what I was doing. So yes, I will get myself ready in a bit. But I was doing the picture of this girl with green hair representing like an earthy woman. We've got the star. You know, it's not got a circle on it yet actually. Let's just draw it in. Get the ether. Earth, air, fire and water and spirit. Start from spirit, earth, air, water, fire, back up to spirit, because that's how it comes down. And then we're going to have all these ladies in different hues, maybe different hair colours and all sorts. And then we've got Ursa Major up there and whatever else I'm going to put in this picture. But it's a story in itself. It's a story in itself. Divine Feminine Rising. I can see that everywhere. So anyway, I'm going to go because I need to go and get dressed and sorted out and start my day. And I hope you all have a beautiful Sunday, like I said. It's Sunday, you think of sun, you could say the Son of God. Sunday is the day of light, the central sun, your joy. As I said, I'll read out again. Purpose, vitality, creative power, heart of being, inner authority, shining your light. Self-development, central goals, pride and self-confidence. Identity and self-purpose, the sun, so you could reflect on that, of what it is. You know, and then at the bottom it says, I love this, the sun in the world around us, because it always like obviously identifies with the world around us. So the sun, bright yellow and orange flowers are governed by the sun. That's why I love sunflowers. And funnily enough, in that card, it was a summer card and it had flowers on it, it had sunflowers on it. St. John's wort used to treat depression. So if you do feel a bit of depression, St. John's wort's very good. Falls under the sun, because a lot of plants and that matchups of the planets, if you didn't know, herbs and stuff like that. This planet symbolises monarchs, presidents. Well, we know which one's working for the sun, for the light, don't we? We know which one isn't. And heads of state. It can signify the father too. Yeah, the son, the father. The son of God, you know. Solar places are places and theatres. Well, that's funny, because we're all watching a theatre roll out and a story, and it is all theatre, baby. And we are the stars on our own show. I don't mean YouTube, I mean in your own theatre of life that's going on, your own book of life, your own, story, basically. So, have a great, sorry, just reading Pisces out on this sun page, because it's got all the different, the sun through the signs, and it says, just made me chuckle. You can develop your imaginative gifts, and I was just talking about imagination and I'm drawing, in order to bring a sense of pride and achievement, or your life may be selfishly dedicated to serving others. Really? And there you go. Yes. So, like I said, have a great Sunday. I'm going to go and get ready like I do, because that's what I love to do. And I will see you soon. And the chat fam, hubby just came back from walking the dog. Have a fantastic day. See you all soon. Yeah, and I'm just about to go and get, dressed and stuff and do the mundane stuff, because Finn's back at school tomorrow. So I don't know where his uniform is. I'm going to have to dig it out. Whether he's going in a uniform or not tomorrow, I don't know. I'm not really bothered. They can't say anything, because, if we went back out of school again, I'm not buying a new uniform till I know they're definitely in, because it's just a waste of money. Have a lovely day, everyone. Yeah, have a lovely day, Paula, Effie, Zal, Indigo Rays, Linda, Mystical, Effie, who else was in? Danny, Colin, don't want to miss names out. Person who came in before trying to scream and shout, Alley Cat, as I call you, Sky. Who else is in? Even Warlock. David Caff, and Renee, and anyone who might be watching in the background. Good, and Shadow Side as well. And anyone who may be watching after. And Rainbow Wizard has just come in again. Is it something I said? Yeah. See, every time I'm going, you come in. So it is something you said. No, I just need to go and get dressed. So it just randomly came on. Lots of love from Canada. Yes. Brilliant. So, yeah, like I said, I will show you this when it's finished. Finished. And tell you the story behind that. And I will see you soon. Bye.